welcome to another amazing Rich Alvarez live stream. I'm Rich Alvarez. Tonight, we are doing the impossible, the stupendous, the fantastic, which is just to say that tonight we are going to be doing just chatting with Rich. What does that mean? Well, I used to call these sorts of things just chatting, and then the last couple times I did this, I kind of called them AMAs, even though they weren't really AMAs. I just thought that RMA, AMA sounded neat. But this is actually going to be a true blue just chatting, meaning like we're going to avoid even watching videos today. Today is literally just chatting, meaning me talking with you. Now I see a lot of people in the chat. We got Venom, we got Son Goku, we got Landon, we got Ikarim, we've got Dante, we've got Brooke. Did I say that already? And oh, Chris is here, Silver Shadow. We also have we have Killjoy, we have Nacho Taco, we have AK, and we have Landon, and also we have Avery McPherson, my friend and coworker from A1 Comics, has joined us in the chat, which is fun. Let's see, Chris says, well, looks like it's regularly unscheduled live stream after all. And Killjoy goes, oh, full screen, yeah, because we're in full instead of being tiny over here next to a game or video. Let's see here. Chris says, but I put watching vids in the description. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying we won't watch a video. I'm just saying that I'm going to try to actually do a lot of chatting. Anyways, yeah, welcome, Ikarim. It has been a while since I've seen you in here. Anyways, let's, until somebody asks me like a good question, I'm going to talk about just what's been going on in my life. Just a little bit. So, obviously, I usually try to do these streams around 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. However, I did get out of work late today. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, and it may be every other Wednesday for a while, but every other Wednesday, so once every 2 weeks, I have to stay late at A1 because we do live sales. Technically, as we say in many of the ads I make for A1, we have live sales every Wednesday and Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I am handling claims every other Wednesday. I mean, I invoice everything, a lot of stuff, on Thursdays and Fridays. That you guys don't need to know that part. But basically, all I'm really trying to say is that every other Wednesday, I might either do no stream or a really late stream like right now, because I just got home 10 minutes ago and I thought, yeah, it's really late, but I do want to stream because I like the idea of streaming almost every day. I'm pretty tired, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yep. Yannick is here. Bossborn is here. Okay. So so I talked to you a little bit about why I'm late. The other thing I want to talk about a little bit is the script I'm working on. As I've mentioned in many streams, I am writing a script. I am working on it. Don't worry. If you want more details, I can talk about it later. But I am working on a big project that hopefully I'll have the script done soon. I keep thinking I'm going to get it done sooner, but I keep changing things. I'm going to have that script done soon, and then we're going to make a movie eventually. We'll talk about it. I'm sure Chris and I will have a big thing to talk about later. Avery McPherson says, shout out to the Wednesday live sale team. Hooray. All right. So, we have a good question in the form of Bossborn93 asks, how do you feel about the new Final Fantasy Origins game? But actually, it is called Final Fantasy Origin. Technically, I think it's called Stranger in Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, because Final Fantasy Origins would be a different game. That would be Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Advance. That was called Final Fantasy Origins, or at least the PlayStation version was that. Anyways, but how do I feel about it? It's supposed to be like a Souls-like Final Fantasy game, at least that's what they say, but it's not really Souls-like. I haven't played it. I'm still going to play it. It is technically, people are like, is it a remake or a reimagining of Final Fantasy 1? It's more like a prequel. But if you don't know any of the story details, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is very much a prequel to the original Final Fantasy. Anyways, Oh, we have a super chat. We have a super chat from Yannick who says, How to Party at 35. Yes, that is the working title of the script I am writing. And as I said in the past, it is going to be a big, fun, stupid, meta, fourth wall breaking comedy that I've basically been tailor making for this YouTube audience. I'm making a movie, a feature-length film that I think that this YouTube audience will enjoy. It probably won't end up being called How to Party at 35. That's just a temporary title until I think of something better. But if the final movie is called How to Party at 35, I don't know. That's probably fine. Anyways, yeah. But it's gonna be a big fat project. Nacho Taco asks, who do you think is the better protagonist, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, or Squall, spelled incorrectly, from Final Fantasy VIII? Squall is Squall, Squall, or Squall, Squall. And Nacho Taco spelled it Squall, which is awesome, but incorrect. Who's better? That's the funny thing is, like, neither of them are the reason why you play either of those games, right? Like those games, especially in my opinion, well, I love Final Fantasy 7 and 8. I guess Cloud is probably the better protagonist just because like he actually wants to save people. Like Squall, he has to like get in the mood to save people. Spoilers, you'll see. Anyways, he's not bad once he gets nice, but Squall's kind of a depresso emo kid at the beginning. I have not played the new Kirby game yet. When can we expect this secret project to be out? Says Make a Shadow. Again, I'm still in the writing process, and then once I'm done writing it, we will have to talk about what we're going to go forward with the like production and everything. And then once we decide on a budget and when and where and all that, then we'll probably make a big announcement video that will probably have something to do with either a plan and or fundraising and or any of that stuff. But that's going to be that we're still talking probably a couple months away. As much as I'd love to do it all now, I really need the script finish and a plan going before we awkwardly be like, here's what we're doing, because that'll get us in trouble. Chris says, speaking of this YouTube audience, I see 24 viewers and only 15 likes. Give this video a like and let's get those rookie numbers up. I see 28 viewers. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a like. How do I like Moon Knight? No, I've been at work all day. I have not had a chance to watch the first episode of Moon Knight. I'm really, really looking forward to watching the first episode of Moon Knight. So I'll be watching Moon Knight tonight after I'm done here, I'm sure. Let's see. Venom asks, what is this big project all about? I feel like I just explained it. It's a big, stupid comedy. It's a movie about a man in his 30s who his life kind of changes, and then he reconnects with old friends, and he doesn't quite know how to like hang out with them. And like there's most of the movie is going to be a big party that he's not really down for. He's kind of forced into it. I don't really want to give away much more than that, but it's going to be fun and stupid. Everybody say hi to Chris, says Pinkus Studios. Anthony asks, hey Chris, what's your favorite Luigi actor? So we'll see if Chris gets back to that one. Chris says, for me, here's a fun question. Are there any upcoming movies or TV shows you're excited about? Well, Moon Knight, I'm excited to watch that tonight probably. And of course, as far as movie goes, I couldn't be more excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Yeah. Let's see here. JM Epic says, yo, how have you been? Haven't seen you in a few years. I'm good. AK says, a big party that you're clearly too old to attend. Yes, quoting the 78-hour Lon Lon Milk. It is yes, exactly. Although in the case of the plot of this film, it's a big party that he's clearly too old to host. is kind of the point. Definitely excited for Sonic 2, Johnny. Sarji says, Rich, I'm scared to watch the Halo show. Don't. I thought the first episode was actually pretty cool. We have a super chat. From Yannick, who says, any thoughts on Barry Keoghan's Joker? So Barry Keoghan played Joker in the pretty much the second to last scene in The Batman, Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie. And I thought he was cool and hidden well in that scene. They didn't outwardly say he was the Joker, but I mean, obviously it was strongly hinted that he was. There was also a deleted scene that was released. You can watch it like on IGN's channel, which is a bigger scene of Batman going to Arkham to get Joker's advice on the Riddler. And in that deleted scene, we see more of the Joker's makeup and his like losing hair. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something the Gotham show kind of did with Joker there in the last season. I'm not a big fan of the like gritty, real, disgusting looking Joker. I mean, I feel like Heath Ledger's Joker was probably the most grounded I ever want to see the Joker, and now they've tried to like one-up that by making an even more disgustingly gritty, realistic Joker. I'm a big fan, as you guys know, of Mark Hamill's Joker from the animated series because it was very faithful to the comic book Joker, and also Mark Hamill, Batsy! You know, obviously that was the main inspiration for my voice of the villain The Darkness from my own show. And I really want my Joker to be sinister, but also goofy and weird. And this Joker is it's no fault of Barry Keoghan's, I'm sure. This is the material he was given. But in my opinion, if this is the direction they're going with Joker, it's too dark, it's too gritty, it's not really the Joker for me. But maybe I'll change my mind if I see him in the second one and he's got a bigger role and it's great. I don't know. But right now, I'm just like, I thought that this Batman film was probably the best Batman film ever because he's actually doing detective work and he's, it feels like Batman. Unfortunately, the only sore spot for me in the movie really is the Riddler. I mean, I love Paul Dano and he did an amazing job, but he never really feels like the Riddler. And I think that's the problem that they're going to have going forward is setting a realistic tone, but also getting the goofiness right, because whether Hollywood likes to admit it or not, there does need to be a certain level of goofiness to Batman, because he's Batman. He's a man that dresses up as a bat. It's not supposed to be 100% serious. It should be 95% serious, and then once in a while, a flamboyant villain shows up in bright colors and says, Batman, here I am! Like, I don't know. It's a difficult thing to balance. And, either you go totally nuts and kooky like the Joel Schumacher movie, which is offensive in its own right, or you go into this dark, gritty direction, which is also not completely correct. It's better, but I still want my villains to be a little goofy. Anyways, that's a whole thing for later. Anyways, we have a super chat from Landon Tribal Chief, but he didn't say anything. But thank you for the super chat. Okay, let's see. Anthony says, I love the Joker they made with Nicholson friend Phoenix. I think Joaquin, is it? It's Joaquin Phoenix was the Joker, and he did a great job. Yeah. No, it's okay, Landon. It's okay. You should always ask a question with your super chat, so that way I answer your question. So let me know now. What is your question? The winner says, let's not forget Batman's greatest trait, plot armor. Let's see here. Oh, nice Nintendo shirt, says Angelina. Well, thank you. This is a vintage-looking Nintendo 64 fun shirt. I have a lot of shirts like this. I have a PlayStation shirt that's also vintage. Yeah, it's all good. Mega Shadow has to go. Bye, Mega Shadow. Let's see here. Here's a question for Chris from the Animated Gamer. Says, hello, Uncle Chris Ouija. Hopefully there's another year Luigi so Mario could see what's up. Lol, I would not have minded if we got a series out of that. But unfortunately we didn't. Chris says, I wholeheartedly agree. A Year of Luigi needs a sequel. But does it, though? Does it really, Chris? Does it really? I mean, what even came about Year of Luigi? We got a Luigi-themed upgrade to Mario U, and I think that's about it. Anyways, Landon says, my question was, Jack Nicholson was also great. I love Jack Nicholson, and I thought his Joker was incredible. Let's see here. Venom says, you know, my mom and dad love the classic Nintendo games too. If you met them, I think you guys would get along. Well, we probably would. Killjoy says, I was having a conversation today and now I'm curious. What's a movie you loved / thought was amazing but will never see again for whatever reason? My movie is Uncut Gems. That is an interesting one. I think, like, what was that one Christopher Nolan movie? Dunkirk. I loved Dunkirk. I thought Dunkirk was incredible. But it's like, I've seen it and there's probably no reason to watch it again. It's an incredible war film, but in no way was it uplifting or fun or any of that, any reason to rewatch. So I will probably never watch it again. Yeah. Let's see. EDMG is here and says, hi, Rich and his posters. How goes your last days of March? They go just about as well as the last days of any month, which... Bossborn says, out of all the 3D Mario games, what is your favorite one and why? You should really watch the tier list that we made on this channel. Or you could watch the top 10 Mario games video that we made on this channel. We've basically done this thing twice, and I keep coming back to Super Mario 64 for 3D. Best 2D Mario, Mario World. What's better, World or 64? Hard to say. But best 3D, 64. Let's see here. Angelina says, I think Richie hates Luigi. I don't hate Luigi. I love Luigi. Brandon says, what is your favorite solo Marvel film? Solo Marvel film, meaning not like in Avengers or anything like that. I don't know if this counts as a solo film because Hulk's in it, but if it counts, then I'm going to say Thor Ragnarok. I thought that was incredible. I love the style of Taika Waititi. I am excited that he's coming back for of course, Love and Thunder. I'm really excited for that, but probably not as excited as I am for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But I'm excited for both, so we'll see. We have a super chat from Carlos Morales who says, excited for Sonic 2? You bet I am. I really enjoyed Sonic 1. I thought it was the best way you could probably do Sonic in live action. Again, if we were going to do a completely CG Mario movie, then maybe we could get it a little bit more true to the video games, but it's kind of impossible to do that in live action. And for what it's worth, I know that they made up some human characters, and usually I really hate that, especially in Transformers. But I didn't find these human characters super annoying. I thought they added to Sonic's growth as a character. And in the second one, we're getting Tails and Knuckles. I love Jim Carrey as Robotnik. It's great. I'm really excited for Sonic 2. MG26 super chatted and says, have you played Rockstar's Manhunt 1 and 2 games? I played Manhunt 1. I never played Manhunt 2, but I enjoyed Manhunt 1. But I guess I didn't enjoy it enough to play Manhunt 2. I don't know. Life happened at some point. Yeah. But thank you again, MG26, for your super chat. Angelina says, I was joking. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Next question. There's so many questions. I have to pick and choose. Killjoy says Taika Waititi is such a good director. I wholeheartedly agree. I really love stuff like What We Do in the Shadows. The movie, the original movie, he directed and starred in the movie. The show is good, but he's not involved at all. And it's different characters than the characters in the movie. But the What We Do in the Shadows movie that came first is great. I also love, just anything Taika does is just really incredible. Flight of the Conchords, incredible. Venom says, I'm kind of scared of Doctor Strange too. I saw the trailer, and I think you should know that I do not like zombies. Well, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of Marvel zombies in it, but it won't be too scary, I promise. Johnny says, after the gameplay of Mario World, what's the next Mario gameplay? Well, I've been playing Super Mario Brothers 3. I mean, you can check the playlist on the channel. I stream that like every other day, just about. We're on World 6 still. But yeah, I've been playing Super Mario Brothers 3, and I've also been playing Final Fantasy 8. I do those on the days that I don't stream Mario Brothers 3. I love Final Fantasy 8, so we've been playing that as well. We are going to finish both of those games to completion, but at this point, I feel like I'll probably finish Final Fantasy 8 before Super Mario Brothers 3. We just finished what would have been Disc 1 in Final Fantasy 8. Although before I play Final Fantasy 8 again, I'm going to do a background mod on it to make the backgrounds look like really good. We have another super chat from Carlos Morales who says Sonic 2 will be trippy if they go to Sonic World. I don't know if they will, but that would be trippy, and thank you for your super chat. How do I feel about zombie video games, says Tim Rogers. I feel like they're overdone for the most part. They're really, really overdone. I would love to never see another one for at least 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, Chris says, I'm proud of all the hands in the chat. I'm proud of all the hands in the chat too. Thank you, everyone who is here. Yeah. We have another super chat from Landon, Tribal Chief, who says they are making a Godzilla vs. Kong 2. Yes, I heard this news. Well, caution yourself. What they've actually announced is a follow-up to Godzilla vs. Kong 2. The director even said it might not be a direct sequel. It might even be a prequel or a sequel only involving one of the characters. Like, they've talked about doing Son of Kong or like a Godzilla without Kong. Like, it might not actually be Godzilla versus Kong again, but we're gonna get Godzilla and Kong fighting each other again somehow, some way, because money. But yeah, whatever happens, I love that universe. I love Godzilla. I love King Kong. Whatever's going to happen, I'm going to love it. I really enjoyed the hell out of Godzilla vs. Kong. And so I'm looking forward to whatever they spit out there next. Anthony says, I stopped playing zombie games after Resident Evil 4. Yeah, well, I mean, that was like the last good Resident Evil game. Although the Resident Evil 2 remake, I really, really enjoyed. Dante says, I want to see Godzilla vs. Kong 2 and Sonic 2. What about Godzilla vs. Kong vs. Sonic? That probably never happened. Yeah. Jananzia Love says, can I ask you something? That is why I'm here. Please ask me a question. As long as it's not too personal, I hope. Chris says, dang, we've got 35 plus people watching on a random late night Wednesday stream. I gotta say, I'm impressed with the turnout. And I gotta say, Chris, I was impressed too. I was really hesitant to stream this late since I got home late. Because I was like, who's gonna watch at 9 o'clock? But here you all showed up. This is incredible. Yeah. Let's see here. Naren says, I left a like on the stream just for you, Chris. You know, Chris isn't even on this stream. He's just in the chat. Oh, man. Avery says, see you tomorrow, Rich. Oh, see you, Avery. Man, were you around for this whole time so far? That's incredible. Well, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see here. Any movies you'd love to see made into video games? No, that is the worst way to go. Video games based on movies are usually always crap, but there are tons of video games that would make great movies if only Hollywood knew how to make good video game movies. I feel like, again, like the Sonic movie was good, Uncharted, but like, well, yeah, Avery says I was. Thank you, Avery. But usually video games that are turned into movies are not good because it's still a bunch of old people in Hollywood that never played video games. What we need is people that love and played video games that grew up as filmmakers that are now in Hollywood. I grew up loving video games. I would love to make films. Unfortunately, I'm not in Hollywood and nobody's hiring me. But if they did, I would make an epic, as I've said many times before, I would make an epic superhero origin style Mario movie. This, 19-year-old kid struggling to feed his 16-year-old brother Luigi. They're down in Brooklyn. They've got no money. He does everything under the sun to make money. He does plumbing. He does carpentry. He does everything. He's a handyman. One day, a gorilla escapes from the zoo, and they accidentally dosed him with a chemical that makes him super intelligent. His name, Donkey Kong, and he is on top of the skyscraper that Mario is working on. Little does Mario know that Donkey Kong has kidnapped his girlfriend, Pauline, and he's got to go and save her. Along the way, on climbing this tower, he realizes that somehow he has superpowers. Flashback to the Mario babies landing on Yoshi's Island and them getting their powers from Super Toad and whatever. Anyways, I could go on, but someday, maybe someday. Anyways, yeah, we've got a ton of people on, as everybody is saying. Chris says, but I'm making the chat fun. Let's see. Nacho Taco says the Uncharted game shouldn't exist. Naren says, anyone looking forward to Chris Pratt's Mario movie? I mean, I can't wait to see it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, everybody. It's probably not going to be the Mario movie I want, but it will be fun. We have a super chat from MG26 who says, if you want or don't have to made a playlist called My Old YouTube Childhood Experiences, sounds stupid, but best name I can come up with sometime later if you want to check it out. Well, excellent. Cool. You know what? We will check it out, MG26, and thank you again for your generous super chat. The playlist is called My Old YouTube Childhood Experience. So everybody go check that out if you want to check that out. That sounds amazing. Let's see here. There's a rumor for a Donkey Kong Odyssey, says Anthony. I mean, I love Donkey Kong. I would be up for any new Donkey Kong games. Yeah. Venom says, hey Richie, remember the one scene where Mario and Luigi read a letter from Sonic? Well, how come we never saw Sonic? Well, I mean, that's a long story, but basically, I thought for a moment about maybe having Sonic in the show, but, again, like the Sonic movie, they do Sonic right. Like, it's live action, but Sonic is CG. I just feel very strongly that Sonic wouldn't have been good in Stupid Mario Brothers unless somehow we could have done a CG Sonic, which, of course, we could never have afforded. But, like, just a person in a Sonic costume, I feel like would have been really stupid looking. I don't know, I feel like most of our costumes were, like, pretty on point, but, like, I feel like that wouldn't have looked good, and I don't know. It was a long time ago. Yeah. Chris wants to remind everyone, he says, also for those of you who don't know, we have a pretty fun community on Discord. It's a good place to hang out with the other SMB fans. You can join here. So please, if you are not already, go ahead and join the Rich Alvarez Discord. It's a fun place to hang out. Yeah. Jananzia says, is there going to be more Super Mario drive-thru videos? Those were awesome. I did a lot of those drive-thru videos back in the day, but honestly, like, I'm not really like, because there was a time where like a lot of people were doing like prank videos on YouTube. I feel guilty doing prank videos today, and it's like not really what I want to do. It's just like not who I am. Let the drive-thru videos be a thing of the past. Again, I'm just saying, if Matt Provincial is watching, or if he watches this in the future, if you want to visit California for at least a week, I'm down to film like 50 YouTube newses, man. 50 YouTube newses, Matt. Come on, Matt. Anyways, that was totally unrelated, but I just wanted to get that out there. Thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles? I'm not really a huge fan of that series, but I respect people who like it. Okay. Yeah. La 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 la. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly, Naren. We talked about the Sonic letter. Anthony says, I joined the Discord, but there is no chat. Is that a bug? I don't understand. Like, we've got a lot of different things on the like on the left when you join the Discord. There's like general chat and a bunch of different sub channels and categories. So, anyways, I don't know. Hopefully, can someone please explain to Anthony how Discord works? Let's see here. Johnny says, if you're looking for Sonic, I'm right here. Yeah. Baby Yoda, right here. Very good, very good. Yeah, Landon says 50, Matt. 50 YouTube newses, Matt. 50 YouTube newses. Chris says agreed. It was fun at the time, but the prank meta on YouTube videos are best left in 2011/12. Putting people on the spot was fun 10 years ago, but fast food workers probably would get annoyed now. I think they were annoyed then, Chris. We were just young pieces of crap. Do you like the app game called Angry Birds, says Janancy. I was really big on Angry Birds like 12 years ago. I used to collect all the plushies and everything. I really used to love that game. I mean, I'd still play it, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. It was fun in the day. Killjoy says, that was a threat to Matt Provincial. You are being summoned to the round table. I'm not threatening Matt. I'm just saying he should get his butt over here so we can film some YouTube news. Except, here's the thing, and I think I've mentioned this before in chat. There's like 50 YouTube channels, most of them more popular than this one now, and they're all using the name YouTube News. So I might want to, I mean, we'd basically make more YouTube News, but I don't know if I'd call it YouTube News. Either like Rich News, Rich Alvarez News, or whatever. Chris and I are talking about starting like a more legit podcast called Richcast, which is a really cool idea that we'll talk about later. But yeah, I don't know. I'd probably call it like Rich News or Rich Alvarez News, or maybe just like, I don't know, some other, like YouTube News is so generic that when you type in YouTube News in the search, you never get actual our YouTube News because it's such a generic name. So we'll probably have to come up with another name. But I'm saying I'll do more of them. They just might not be called YouTube News. Let's see. Silver Shadow, which is Chris, says you have to click the emoji, accept the rules on Discord before getting... Okay, it's just talking about Discord stuff. La 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 la. Chaos Rumble says, question, of all the blooper gags from $20 to from Mona to Matt's scream to where's show, which was your favorite? I think my favorite was, we just watched this on the last video stream, but when Chris messes up on the bloopers for Mario's, I think it was for Mario's beard, he keeps saying rosaries and grent instead of groceries and rent. He's like, we just need enough money to get groceries and grent. And we're like, it's groceries and rent. He's like, oh, sorry. And then he keeps... Rosaries and he does it like 3 or 4 times. It's amazing. Rosaries and Grent, probably my favorite blooper because it's not overdone. Oh yeah, Angelina says The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumbass. Jananzia says, which Star Wars character do you like from Clone Wars or Rebels and from the movies? I think my favorite Star Wars character of all time is still probably Obi-Wan from everything. Chris says, I'm super hype on Richcast. More to come when we hash out the idea more. Winky face. Johnny says, Rich News, where the news comes last and the weather comes later. Yeah, probably, but I don't know. The problem is that unless you're familiar with the YouTube channel Rich Alvarez, then Rich News might sound like, well, I don't know. If we're going to call the other one Richcast, I guess it kind of goes to show. Yeah, I don't know. Rich News. Yeah, Rich News is that sounds good. We'll probably go with Rich News. Chris says, we've been talking about a podcast for a while, got a lot of ideas, but we want to make sure we do it right and make sure the first one is really good, so nothing official yet, but more to come. You know how it is, like the first one, you got to set it up in a way, you got to format it correctly, you got to do it right, so that way everyone afterwards follows that same path. It's like easy after the first one, but you got to make the first one really good to set up that standard is what we're talking about. So we're going to have Richcast soon. But I'm saying aside from Richcast, maybe Rich News, which will basically just be the revamped YouTube News. Man, back in the old day, YouTube News used to get almost as many views as Stupid Mario Brothers. Like, it was like our number 2 show. And then Matt moved to Chicago, the bastard. Just kidding! Yannick super chat and says, Chris became Scooby-Doo in that scene. Rah! Rosie's rent! Chris wants to remind everybody that we've got 34 on my end. People watching and only 27 likes. Get those rookie numbers up by giving this video, get those numbers up. Tim Rogers says, I'm still sad Taco Lax closed, but Taco Lax was never real. Let's see here. Yep, YouTube News was sure great. Kildre says, Chris, we are like just 5 likes behind. Calm. Yeah. Well, he's not in Chicago anymore, Ikaram. I don't know where. Actually, I don't even know where Matt lives these days, but he's on the East Coast somewhere. But yeah, he moved to Chicago. Like, I mean, he had to fly out to do his small scene in Plumber Night Returns, I think. Like, Matt has been moved away for like a decade. And the only reason why he shows up once in a while over here is because he visits. But I'm just saying the next time he visits, he's in videos. I don't care if he says no. He's going to be in videos. Anyways. Oh, Chris says no peace until there are more likes than viewers. You heard the man. Get those likes up. We now have 42 people watching. That is incredible. What a thing to behold. MG26 super chats and says, favorite moment or scene in Shrek 2. My God, I don't know if I've seen Shrek 2 since the movie theater, but if I had to pick a favorite scene, I'd probably say any scene with Donkey is probably my favorite scene. My goodness. Thank you for the super chat, MG26. But my favorite scene in Shrek is just when Donkey's like, I'm making waffles. That's... yeah, we're above 40 viewers, Chris. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Brooks says so many views. Animating Gamer says, I loved Gray Hair Mario, saddest moment in the Legacy film. Well, you know, Gray Hair Mario is Plumber Night Mario from Plumber Night Seasons 1 and 2. Have you still not watched Plumber Night, Animating Gamer? Because in my opinion, Plumber Night Season 1, episodes 1 through 10, Season 1 of the Plumber Night is probably the best videos ever produced on this channel. They're the most professional looking. It was probably my best script work until the script I'm working on now. Anyways, you should probably check it out if you haven't. Yeah, I know, MG. I said that's in the first movie. That's my favorite moment from Shrek, I said. And Landon says, hey, Rich, rewatch the Darkness scenes. Darkness is still terrifying and intimidating. I mean, to me, it's just hilarious. I actually hate watching myself as Darkness because it's embarrassing for myself for some reason. It's like, there I go, being weird again. But I do love playing the Darkness. Venom says, hard to believe that Plumber Night series is not canon to the original universe. Well, yes and no. I know that I've gone back and forth on this, but basically the way I see it is that there is Stupid Mario Brothers, and then time splits, like Chrono Cross. You know, on one hand, time goes into the Stupid Mario World direction. On the other hand, time goes into the Plumber Night direction. And then there's, you know, Stupid Mario Legacy where it all comes back together, sort of, with other timelines kind of coming in. It's not that Stupid Mario World is not any more the sequel than Plumber Night Returns. They are just two different paths that time took. I don't know. You can think of it however you want. I just made the canon. I made it canon that there's different timelines, so that would explain the tonal difference between Plumber Night and Mario World. But to me, Plumber Night is just like it's a better show than Mario World. It's better produced. It should be thought of as the better show, even if it's not like in the same tone as Brothers. You know, if that makes any sense. Minthy says Darkness, aka Hot Topic Mario. No, for real. Yeah. Okay. MG26 just super chat and said, got any fun stories in convention centers? Boy, oh boy, do we have fun stories in convention centers, and I'm gonna let Chris type out something that I will read because he remembers those encounters far better than I do. So Chris, hopefully you're still here. Tell me what our best experience in a convention was, and I will read it to MG26. Thank you, MG26, for your super chat. Zach Gemini has super chatted and says, would you be honored or insulted if fans made a prequel series of Stupid Mario featuring Merlin, Decius, and Count Bleak, since you never used him? Count Bleak. I think that's a character from Paper Mario, if I'm not mistaken. Technically, I've already, years ago, I was making a prequel about Merlin and Decius. Merlin and Decius' dad, Nilrum, I think. No, it's not Nilrum. That was Merlin's secret name. It was, whatever his name was, Merlin's dad. I was working on a video game with Garrett that would have been a prequel to Stupid Mario, but we gave up on that game. But I'm thinking about doing maybe some kind of story reading or something. But there is a prequel in... It's not gonna become like a big video project, but there is a prequel to Stupid Mario Brothers, and I'm gonna figure out how to give it to you guys. Probably just gonna read the story, but I am working on a prequel. I'm not saying you can't anybody can make their own fan fiction. I'm not saying you can't make your own fan fiction. Please, make your own fan fiction. Would I be honored or insulted? I mean, honestly, it's fun. I think it's fun when people make fan fiction. I'm not insulted at all. Am I honored? I don't know. That's kind of a big ask, but you can do whatever you want. But I just wanted to let you know I am making a prequel that I will tell the world at some point, but I'm working on a screenplay that has nothing to do with Mario right now, and that takes priority right now. We have a new member in the form of Trip. Welcome to the Rich Alvarez channel, Trip. Okay. Chris gave me the convention answer for MG26. So one time, and he didn't type this out, all Chris had to say was the tagline to the joke, and I know exactly what to say. One time, Chris and I were at SAC Anime in the California Bay Area, and we, after a long day of walking around the convention halls, watching panels, going through all the convention stuff, we are on the way back to the hotel, and we see two kids on the floor of the Hilton, and it looks like they're getting out magic cards, and they set up their table, their little table on the ground and everything, their mats, if you will. I love magic too. So Chris and I approached the kids, and who are just about to play magic on the floor in the middle of the Hilton lobby in front of the elevators, and I say, "Hey, are you guys about to play magic?" And the kid just looks at me like, "No, we're getting ready to play." And then turns back and keeps doing what he's doing. And I'm like, okay, dude. And Chris and I go our merry way. And I'm probably not even doing that justice. But it was so weird and awkward. It's like, I asked you if you're playing magic. The answer is yes. But instead you said, no, we're getting ready to play. It's like, I don't know if you were being snobbish, sarcastic, or what. But dude, if you ever see this, and you won't, what the heck, man? It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced, and I've experienced a lot of weird things. So I hope that answers your question, MG26. Anyways, haha. Let's see here. Janazia says, how long is this live stream, and when the new one for next time? This live stream, let's see, 44. We'll probably go at least another 15 minutes. The next one will be tomorrow at the regular. I hate to say regular. I hate schedules because I never know what I'm going to feel like. But traditionally, I stream around 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I couldn't do that today because work went long. I pulled a Chris. Lurk went wrong. Work went long today, so I couldn't do 6:30. I started at 9 or whatever. But typically 6:30. So tomorrow I will be streaming at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it will be Final Fantasy VIII we're picking up where we left off last time, which means we're at the beginning of disc 2 for all you PlayStation fans out there. That would be the beginning of disc 2, and hopefully, no promises, but hopefully I'm adding that mod which will make the backgrounds gorgeous and make it look like a brand new game. We have a super chat from Yannick who says, what name would Mario had given his son if Rathnar ceased to exist? Well, see, that's one of those fun time loop questions, because now it's like Mario is compelled to call his son Rathnar. Well, actually, didn't we actually say what his real... Did we never say what his real name was? Because his real name isn't Rathnar. That's like the name he gave himself when he became a villain. He has a real name, and I thought it was like Brian or something. It was in the script. I'll have to look back at the script sometime. But I think his name was supposed to be like Brian or something. Something like that. Some boring name. I don't know. Sorry, Yannick. But it definitely wasn't Rath. His real name is not Rathnar. But thank you for your super chat. That's a good question. That was a really good question. Chris says, a Rich Alvarez stream is never early, nor is it late. It starts precisely when Rich means to. And I added the Gandalf voice, of course. Zach super chats and says, Stupid Mario D&D? How awesome does that sound? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I actually have been a dungeon master for many things, but one time I was a DM for a Mario inspired one-off of D&D. See, here's the thing. I've played a lot of D&D, and I've also played a lot of like Pathfinder, Starfinder, Fate System, a lot of other similar tabletop games. And of course I've played a lot of D&D. Yeah, one time I was just like, for one night only, we're gonna be in the Mario world, and it was a basic, like, what I like to do what I call a one-off is like we don't fill out the papers or anything. Everybody just grabs a D20 and I tell a story, and sometimes I ask you to roll your dice and then I decide what that means. That's a Rich Alvarez one-off, which I should probably stream sometime if you guys are interested in such a thing. But yeah, if I did it, maybe we would do a Stupid Mario inspired D&D. That might be fun. I don't know. Do you guys? We'll find out. Anyways. Killjoy says, you're telling me that Claus is Rathnar? I never said that. Why, was Claus's real name Brian? I don't know. Every character that Garrett plays is Brian. I don't know. Or maybe I was confusing Claus with Rathnar. I don't know. Anime Gamer says, I just realized that Mario in Legacy was basically Mario from the Plumber Knight Returns, but younger and slightly less determined since his brother was still alive. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole point. It's a slightly different universe, yeah. Jananzia, yes, I am excited about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie too. We talked about that earlier in the stream. KOTOR remake, yes. Chris says, would a Mario-themed D&D stream be a good stream idea? Question mark. See, I don't know. See, and now Chris is questioning it, which makes me think that it's probably not a good idea. So, I mean, at least I interpreted that as Chris thinking it's not a good idea. But I don't know. We'll see. What? Why is Killjoy saying cut the cameras? Is there something going on? Is there somebody behind me trying to kill me or something? Why are we cutting the cameras? Let's see. Crazy Hannah says, maybe Rathnar's real name was named Merlin or a relative name, or have Mario tribute to. I don't know. We should probably stop talking about Rathnar and his real name. La 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 la. Anime Gamer says, damn it, now I want a Stupid Mario Brothers multiverse movie. I mean, we kind of already got that with Stupid Mario Legacy. That was the point. I kind of made Spider-Man No Way Home before Spider-Man No Way Home. In Stupid Mario Legacy, we get Mario. We get Plumber Knight. We get a version of Mario from the Fallout universe. We get other versions of Mario. Like, that is the Mario multiverse movie. It's called Stupid Mario Legacy, and you can watch it right now. Yeah. Landon super chats and says the Shredder would be a better leader for the villains. The Shredder, like from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, Chris says it was actually a genuine question to the chat. I'm not sure, lol. Amazing. Let's see here. Omar says, I remember when me and my friends would have a sleepover and stay up all night watching SMB and the Water Wars when I was 10. Now I'm 20. Well, that sounds like an amazing sleepover. Least favorite video on the channel. Oh boy, do I have a least favorite video on the channel? I probably have a lot of least favorite videos on the channel, but honestly, if I had a least favorite video on the channel, I'm sure I would have deleted it by now. Least favorite video on the channel? That's a good question for Chris. Are we going to get any more Poor Life of Richie? Probably not, especially now that I'm working on my screenplay. Like, any focus I have, like if I'm not at work, if I'm not streaming, I'm generally working on my screenplay. I really need to focus up and finish that screenplay. It's going to be the greatest movie ever made, probably. Zach says, not gonna lie, Richie, casting your sister as Peach was super weird. Well, what's super weird is that Peach was played by Jennifer Cole, who is definitely not my sister. So I don't know how you got that. Like, my sister, like, I have 4 sisters. One of them played the bead lady in the Super Mario San Francisco adventure. That's Christine. She was also the crazy dance instructor of Stupid Mario Episode 9, and she's been in tons of other videos. And then another sister, Catherine, was in Plumber Night. She's the banker that gets robbed in like the first or second episode. But yeah, Jennifer Cole, who is not my sister, played Peach in Stupid Mario. What a weird question, Zach. But I'm glad I got to answer it in case anyone else was confused. Anyways. Landon says, will the Shredder be in Stupid Mario Brothers in the future? Man, who's to say we're ever going to do any more Stupid Mario Brothers? You know, but I was just telling Chris on the phone something that I told chat last time, which kind of like what I was telling at the beginning of this. I have a really good idea for a Mario show. It's what I was saying earlier, where it's like kind of takes the superhero approach, where he like realizes he has these powers, and it's like, you know, more of a grounded Mario story and everything, but it's like, then what happens when he gets to the Mushroom Kingdom? Like, we're going to need a budget for that. And, like, it would be a really cool idea. But again, I'm working on this screenplay for this awesome comedy not related to Mario. Maybe when I'm done with that, I'll circle back around to my Super Mario superhero origin story. But, you know, who's to say? Anyways, Nacho Taco says, age hasn't slowed you down one bit. That's a line from Metal Gear Solid. Zach, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you at all. Zach says, forget what I said. I just thought it was funny that you thought Jennifer Cole was my sister. I don't know. Just, it was an interesting point. Anyway. Naren says, the Peach sister comment genuinely made me laugh really loud right now. Yeah, okay. Omar says, episode 75 of SMB is the best to exist on the planet Earth. What a masterpiece. And again, to you, I would say, watch Stupid Mario Legacy. It's pretty good. How come we haven't seen Peach anymore in the episodes? I think after the Stupid Mario movie, Jennifer moved to another state. I'm not going to say, but she moved to another state and couldn't do it anymore. La 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 la. The winner says, looking forward to your project. Any content is appreciated. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. Please don't feel awkward. You've actually made my day. That was amazing. Yeah. Doza says, I miss Rich Alvarez interactive adventures. I do too. I really miss those interactive adventures. Of course, we had to stop doing them because YouTube got rid of annotations and changed the way that whole thing works, which is why I've re-uploaded like Water Wars and everything to be non-interactive, since it wouldn't work that same way anymore. Yeah. Rudro says, can I still send in my submission for the Dorsey contest? You cannot. That has been over for like 10 years. But good callback. Good callback. Christopher, I am Hispanic. I mean, I'm part Hispanic. I'm half Italian. So really, I'm like more Italian than anything else. But I do have like, I'm Hispanic, Latino. I've got some Native American in me. I've got some Native Mexican in me. I've got a lot of stuff in me, but mostly Italian, I would say. But I cannot speak much Spanish. I can say like, ¿qué hora es? Like, what time is it? And like, like I could be like, some other things. But, I speak like a 4-year-old's version of Spanish. Anyways, yeah. The winner says interactive Halloween was cool. Well, I'm glad you thought so. I don't even know if I liked it. Naren super chat that says you and Chris enlightened my childhood. Enjoy. Well, thank you, Naren. And it was fans like you that make us want to do this more. Thank you for being a fan and thank you for your super chat. You are very kind. Venom says, dude, I'm half Italian too. Amazing. Let's see. Yeah. Brooke says, Richie's final form is never final, forever changing. That's true. I often change my look all the time. Like, I feel like sometimes there was a while there where I had like really long hair and a really long beard. And then like, I don't know, a few days ago, I like shaved my head. It's still pretty short. But I kept my beard really long. But as you'll notice, this morning, I trimmed my beard. So now it's like nice and short. So now, best angle to look right here. I got short hair and a short beard. It's all nice and trim. So I'm just like, short hair all around. So yeah, fun topic. Christopher says, been watching you since 2007. I'm going to binge Super Mario Brothers again. Do it right now or after this stream. Yeah. Whoo! Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's pretty much gonna do it for now. I've got to go because it's getting late and I do want to work on my screenplay for... Oh, we got a super chat! Landon says, where were you on June 25th, 2009 when Michael Jackson died? Actually, if I remember correctly, Chris was over at my house and we were like just like listening to some Michael Jackson movie, and then we had just heard the news like while he was over that Michael Jackson died. It was like, I don't know, I honestly I couldn't believe it. It's pretty crazy because he was only like 50, if that, at the time, and I feel like his career was finally starting to like come back. I don't know, like, he made some of my favorite music of all time, and but yeah, to answer your question, I was at home. And thank you for the super chat. Anyways, so yeah, now that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all who liked this video. And if you haven't liked this video yet, like this video. And remember to please subscribe. It's free and easy. And don't forget, I'm writing a screenplay. The winner just super chatted. Thank you, the winner, for super chatting. And don't forget, I'm working on a screenplay. Details to come. I promise I'm going to try my best to get a draft done so we can finally start talking about it for real on this channel. It is the next big thing to come out of this thing. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Anyways, yeah. Really excited for all of that. Thank you all for being here. This was amazing. And now I really got to go. So I'm going to go. Bye-bye.